No!
The pencil awaits to be used. Howdy guys. Hello, it's me, Jeff. I'm here to give you another video. And not only this is a regular video, but actually it's not a regular video. What am I saying? It is a new series, kind of, where I show you how to draw the J&T characters. That's right. This will not have its own separate playlist. It will be part of the Tooname playlist. So yeah, it's like a how to draw series, you know. So it will be with my Tooname vids, because they are one and the same. Only these kind of tutorials are like drawing a certain character instead of drawing certain features on my boy and my girl, you know. So I'm going to teach you in this video how to draw Jefferson, the head. Then that next video I'm going to draw Taylor, the head. And then after that it's probably Jeff's body and Taylor's body, clothing and whatnot, facial expressions. Who knows? Let's just begin, shall we? Well, the first thing that I do when I draw Jeff is draw a circle for his head. So yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out if I have enough room. So yeah, here's a circle, you know, a sketch or something like that. And I'm gonna draw him looking right at us, a front view. So draw the line that divides his face up. See? Divide the face, and Jeff's head is a unique shape compared to the standard Tooname person. He has a long head, or long face, horse face, however you like to call it. It's like it swoops down like this. I don't know, like this V, but don't make it too sharp or anything, and just leave it like this. This one upside down arch. No, just leave it like that. I'll add in the curves later. That's it. That's just a sketch. Now, when drawing the eyes, you know, I usually draw lines, you know, for the eyes. I draw two. It depends on the character, but you know, the height of the two, you know, the distance between these two lines vary from character to character, you know. But since Jeff is a pretty standard character, he has a standard character design, I just do this. And the bottom line intersects with pretty much where the circle intersects with the two arches, as you can see. I shouldn't explain what you see in the video. I mean, we're supposed to be visual, right? Visual learners, most of us. We're artists, right? Well, here's the head, standard. But the first thing I always draw on the characters are the ears. And the ears, well, the first ear, well, pretty much the ear shape is practically half a heart. So here we go. It starts right here in this one little intersection. I'll zoom in. See? This one little intersection with the top line and everything. That's where the ear starts. And the ear can stop wherever below the bottom line. So I'm going to stop it here. That's Jeff's ear, and let's do the same again with this other ear. And I'm going to make sure they're the same height. You don't want one ear bigger than the other. Reminds me of that All That sketch, Ear Boy, starring Josh Server. If you remember that, you know, the original All That cast with Keenan and Kel and Danny Tamborelli. That was great, man. That was a great cast. Anyway, but yeah, now I'm gonna define Jeff's head shape, and that's when the curves come in. The curves dips in where the ears are, and then dips out a little bit. Not too much, but yeah, there you go. Actually, I should make his chin a little pointier or something. Yeah. I'm not used to drawing him this slow, guys. I'm sorry, but yeah, let's draw his hat. His hat is next. Just like a curve, not really a straight line or anything. I don't draw the straight line with the hat, because you know, curve, it helps keep him 3D, you know, 3-dimensional. Alright, and at the top of the little little button on top of of his baseball cap. I don't know what it's called. Button. Okay, now let's add the I don't know what it's called. The belt of the hat. Here you go. And the little hole where his hair sticks out. Well, it doesn't really stick out. You just see it. And it has 5 buttons on it. Yeah. Always 5 buttons on Jeff's hat. Now, the next thing is his eyeglasses. Now, this is a tricky part. The eyeglasses, what I usually do is make sure they sit within the lines here, but they can overlap a little because the eyeglasses are bigger than his actual eyes. Gotta make sure they're perfect circles because his eyeglasses are perfect circles. Because I can't draw a perfect circle. Who am I? I'm Michelangelo. Okay. And then the sides of the glasses stick out right here. This is wonderful commentary, right? I don't know what to say. You know, I had a very rough morning at work. I hated this morning. Just hate it. I hate sanding. Some days I just hate my coworkers, you know. There you go. Now his hair. And then his eyebrows. His eyebrows can't overlap against everything because that's just the style. Now his eyes. Now with Tuname eyes, they don't have to be, you know, when you draw my character's eyes right in the middle, they just look weird. They look like something else. I mean, I'll show you. I'll draw very lightly just to show you. See? Right in the middle, but it just doesn't look right to me. But when he stares, just like that, he looks possessed or something. You know, those eyes. Damn eyes, I tell you. Looks possessed. So that's I really discourage anybody when drawing my characters. Don't draw the eyes exactly in the middle like that when they're looking straight. Instead, the eyes are a bit closer to the inside, but not too close. So it gives this little illusion that he's staring right at us. And then the nose. The nose, well, his nose will intersect into 2 parts. 2 parts with the, you know, the triangle right in the middle, right in the bottom of the circle, as you can see. And let's have him smile. You know, smile showing his teeth. That kind of smile. The smile intersects. Well, it lines up with the middle line. You know, the 2 front teeth, everything, and the line that divides the teeth is in a curve, because no straight line or anything. It looks like he's missing a tooth here. Oh, jeez. Sure. And then the back of the hair. The back of the hair, you know. Then, of course, the inside of the ears, which is a little curve and a little overlap. Of course, you can just, you know, copy, you know. I don't have to explain every little detail, right? Of course, that's why I'm not really a teacher. Now, this is like a personal thing, but I don't like my characters with floating heads, so I gotta have a neck. Gotta draw a neck on this guy, on Jeff, because it's just creepy to have him have to have a floating head like that. So yeah, here's the neck. Not too thick and not too... Well, he's a little skinny, because he is a skinny guy. There you have it. This is Jeff. Looking in front. Looking right at us. Now, let's draw him with the 3/4 view. 3/4 view is when my character, you know, is with his head turned. So, let's start with a circle. A circle. A ciclo. Now, it depends where you want to face him. I want to face him this way. So, the middle line is like that. See? See, and then after that, I draw the bottom circle. Well, I mean, the bottom line, you know, for the eyes and everything. This is the tricky part. You see, I still started this line near intersecting with the circle, you see? It's just this line, you know, stops right here because I don't want to go too far or anything like that. Well, maybe I will. Just for the ears, you know, for the sake of the ears. And now, the cheek. The cheek will start to, you know, a little bump right here. Don't make it too far or anything like that. It looks like he has a tumor or something. And that's just wrong. Now, you gotta make sure his chin is right here. Okay. And have this line right there. Oh, but yeah, work was stupid today, guys. I hated it. Anyway, I just want to just draw and relieve my stress like this. I should add music, you know. Oh, the ears. Okay, the ears, same thing. Half a heart. And I'm gonna actually draw the full ear this time. And now, with the hat, you know, still, no straight line, just a curve. Curves along with the head, you know, because the head, pretend it's a sphere, you know, for that 3D look. Because if you just draw a straight line, it just looks wrong, you know, looks too flat. Too flat, she said. That didn't make sense. What the heck am I saying? Oh yeah, the bill of the hat. Now, how I make the bills of my baseball hats, at least with Jeff's hat, is kind of strange. Just sticks out like that, like a little triangle, an isosceles triangle, or a right triangle, kind of. Oh, I'm gonna call it an isosceles or something. Yeah. There you have it. Yep. And now the belt of the hat. Yeah. Right here, and make sure it stays within the middle of this middle intersection line, the prime meridian, is what we call it, and 5 buttons. Don't forget the 5 buttons. And with the eyes, it's a little tricky because you want to make sure the eyes are kind of above this dip, you know, because if the eyes are within the dip, you know, it feels like his eyes are a bit misshapen. I'll show you an example of what not to do. You'll see, so here's the dip, and you see that here's the dip, you know, the cheek and everything. You don't want to put the eyes here, you know? See? This is the wrong way to do it, because there's this dip within the eye, and I always want to make sure, you know, I have the dip below the eye, so it won't do that. So that's the wrong way to do it. Yeah, let's draw his eyeglasses. His eyeglasses, you know, sticks out a little bit, so sticks out as you can see. Oh, my computer just turned off. I fell asleep. Now it's all quiet, and I have to speak up. Well, I have to speak a little quieter because I don't want to disturb the people outside the door. They'll be like thinking if I talk to myself or something. Yeah, here are the eyes, you know, the eyeglasses. And the hair. Let's draw the hair. And with Jeff's hair, I didn't clarify this. His hair kind of is like spikes coming up towards his towards the middle. So you don't see this middle stuff. It's like a reverse widow's peak or something. There you have it. And eyebrows. His eyebrows can stick out like that, or overlap, because that's just the style. And then the rim of the glasses. Let's define them. Don't want to make them too thick or too thin though. They're just like that. And the nose, the pointy nose. As cool. Pointy nose. That's just the standard nose for the Tooname character. I just gave Jeff and Taylor, you know, they're the standard guys, the standard characters, because they're the first 2 characters ever created, so not too much of a change ever since I created them like over 10 years ago. So let's have them smile again. And smile again. I'm so stupid. Okay, so yeah, here's a smile. It's very different from this smile because it's a side view. Gotta have this dip. See, this little dip because it's a side view. Don't forget his bottom lip. And yeah, intersection. And here's his two front teeth here. Let's do that. Yeah, looking good now. Oh wait, I have hair. See. And then the neck. You want to make sure the neck isn't too thick like this. No way. Nor too thin like that. But just right. Just when the hair ends. And there you have it. That's his neck. Don't forget the eyes, man. In fact, let's draw his eyes half closed. It's like he's doing something. Thinking of something. I don't know what. So yeah, here's eyes half closed, or half open. Maybe we caught him while he's blinking, middle of blinking. Yeah. Okay, now here's something different. Let's draw him on a side view. How long has this been going? 16 minutes? 16 minutes for this man. Oh boy. Yeah, side view. Circle again. Gonna have him face this way. Circle. Circus Maximus. Okay, now with Jeff's face, it's the same thing. Excuse me, it's the same thing. Only it's very tricky. The whole profile view is tricky because you don't. Okay, have these as a guide to know where the eyes will be. Okay, the bottom the eyes will start here. And the top of the eyes right here. Well, the reason why I do this whole curve, the curves instead of a straight line like that, is because it's to help with that three-dimensional view, or the three-dimensional look. It will really help flesh out your characters more. And a lot of mistakes what I see with the young people is that whenever they draw a character with a profile view, their heads look kind of too flat, or something like that. They're too squished together. That's because they're not keeping that consistent head volume, head width, something like that. And it's very tricky because with Jeff's face, you don't want it to be too straight down or too dipped like that. Tell you, it takes practice. Even I'm practicing, I'm not a master at anything. I'm still a student. And with the neck, I like to draw the neck here. With the neck, you don't want to have straight lines coming right out of the chin like that, That's how I used to draw a long time ago. But now, you look at actual human anatomy. Their necks actually dip from the back of their head like that, you see? Kind of like that. And they're not really straight lines. Just to have them, curved like that. But like I said, it takes practice. And with the ears, you don't want to have the ears all the way here. Instead, they're in the middle, around. They're in the middle. Just gonna have them here. It's very different. The rules with the ears compared to the relationship between the ears and the lines here are very different when you're drawing the profile. So yeah, but remember that the bottom of the ear intersects with the bottom of the circle. See? I know I'm probably confusing you guys, so you can probably just mute this video and still learn. Just copy what I do. Then you'll start to really learn how to draw Jeff Jefferson. That's weird. Now, how did I make up that name? It's just funny. Jefferson's. Yeah. What I used to do, Jeff and Taylor's precursor was the Jefferson family. It's just like kind of a rip-off of The Simpsons starring Jeff and his family. It's kind of weird to have see Jeff's mom and dad do something instead of being in their midlife crisis. Okay, now the glasses. here we go. The glasses, they rest on top of the nose here, and here's where it gets kind of tricky, you know, because with the long arms of the glasses, sticking all the way out here to ear. Here we go. Keep in mind, you know, his hair, get it all the way up to the top. And the same smile, the same smile and everything. This is different. Okay, bottom of the lip. There you go. And since this is teeth, we have a straight line here. There we go. Now with the eyes, since Jeff's eyes aren't really covered by the glasses anymore, you get to see the shape of his eye, which is like a standard eye right here. But the eye looks different. It's not. It's like a half crescent thing, half arch, whatever you call it. And same with the eyebrows. You know, they're not really a full arch, just a half arch like that, or 3/4 arch. And since his pupils being covered by the arms of the glasses, but I'm just gonna draw it here. You see? So there you have it. I'm gonna actually speed up the video to actually darken this up so you can see better. So here you go. Alright guys, so there you have it. This is the 3 heads of Jefferson. Now, I do apologize if this video is a bit slow, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm closing in on 30 minutes here, kind of, but, you know, I'm still learning, you know. I'm still practicing on talking at the camera and drawing at the same time. I'm no Mark Crilly. I'm no Evan from Cartoon Block. I'm definitely no Bob Ross. You know, draw some happy trees. Gotta lay some, draw some branches for the foots to lay on. Foots, anyway, some happy trees. Whatever. Just my lame attempt at being funny. I'm not a funny guy. Okay, well, yeah, more videos like this to come, guys, because you know, I know some of you would like to draw my characters in my style, so this is just a little, you know, help. You know, these videos, including with the Tuname videos. But I do really enjoy seeing artwork drawn by other people in their own styles of my characters. So that is equally just as awesome, if not even more awesome. So there you have it, guys, as Ludacris would say. So I will see you guys next time. And I'm thinking of adding my email address at the end of every video, so you guys would know if you want to contact me, send me some love mail or fan art or something like that. Then make sure you post that stuff and send it to jose.jfmstudio, that's jfmstudios at gmail.com. That is the email address, my email address, the official email address for my fans and everything. So just yeah, send those and I'll read them. So there you have it, guys. Okay, I'll see you next time. Check them out.